at apopka at the Bahia Shrine Center. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'd be going to multiple shows today, but I need to finish up spotting fakes. I do a little bit of work on my YouTube channel for Breakout and Moneyball cards. So only one show today. Next weekend I'll be in Philly though. So let's see what we can find in apopka. First pickup of the show, a 57 Yogi Berra. It does have a crease and a little bit back mark, but center pretty well for 57. They're always OC, and Berra's a legend. For today's trivia question, how many World Series rings does Yogi Berra have? Is it A5, B8, C10, or D11? Make sure to comment your answer down below.
It is a vintage Mantle signature. It was just certified by JSA yesterday. Full letter. It doesn't look like a typical Mantle signature because this was signed back in 1953 before you see the ornate banana type signature that he had later in his career. It's also was a postcard that was mailed from his hometown, Commerce, Oklahoma, with a postmark of 1953, known as the Commerce Comet. You got a Commerce, Oklahoma postmark.
Second pickups of the show, I ended up picking up this lot for $575. Mostly vintage stuff, but a few modern cards thrown in as well. A few cards you don't really see at every single show. So let's see it right now. So I want to talk about two cards that I ended up purchasing. The first is the Johnny Bench. So this was the special O-Pee-Chee version. If you don't know what O-Pee-Chee is, it's a manufacturer of cards up in Canada. Used the same design as Topps did, but they're distributed up there. The cutting of the cards is a little bit different. They used wires. That's why you see the jagged edge on cards like the Wayne Gretzky. So taking a look at the 69 Topps Pop Report for the Johnny Bench, there's 3,343 of these available that have been graded by PSA. If you take a look at the O-Pee-Chee, there's a total of 65. This is a very scarce card to find. The card I wanted to talk about was my Trish Speaker W575-1. And first, you have to talk about Speaker. Speaker was a legendary player. Had over 3,500 hits, I believe 135 WAR. He's an all-time great, but he's just overshadowed by a few players in his time. But a lot of people don't know who he is. So I picked up this card from 1922. But what makes it special is this is actually the highest graded version of it. So you take a look at the Pop Report on the 1922 W575s and Trish Speaker hand cut. There's only two, and mine's a PSA 4. There's one authentic. So I have the highest graded on this. The interesting about the W575 set is the design on the front. When I took a look at these, they kind of reminded me of the American caramel cards, and the suspicion was right. If you take a look at what these look like over here, it's the same design, and this is actually the same card that I own, except this is the caramel version. What makes it interesting is mine is a blink back, which makes it a W575. This one has an actual advertisement. So the Pop Report on this one is still pretty low. If you go over here, it's 17 for that card design, but compared to the 2 and the highest graded one that I currently have, and this card is going to be locked up in my PC. Next purchase of the day, Kareem Magic dual jersey card for $30. Hey guys, this over here, I was talking to a dealer at the Popka show. It was going to be on video, but I've been in the business for such a long time. I've learned a lot from him. I've been going to his card stand since he was at the Big Top Flea Market probably 10, 15 years ago. But he has a full collection of fakes, and I've been going through here and documenting it. I know there's a lot of process of working on spotting fakes, and I've been working on it for like the last 9 months, but I promise you guys it's really close. But take a look at all this stuff over here.
You get one of my girlfriend's cousins. He's got a bunch of football. He's got Derek.
Years and years of fake cards, and that's the reason why this weekend I'm only going to one show. I really want to finish the book off. I'm at 153 pages right now, so there's a little bit more information I want to add onto it before it goes into the editing phase and then published, which I'm still trying for that October deadline. The card that has been getting better over and over again is the Michael Jordan, probably the most counterfeited card out there. So I want to show you guys a little bit of a difference between a fake 86 and a real 86. And this fake Jordan over here actually passes under a loop. If you look at it pretty carefully under here, the lettering is solid, the printing is pretty good. But the differences between this one and a real 86, which you're going to see in a second, is a slight variation in color. This is a thicker stock of a cardboard. You'll be able to tell if you hold this in person rather than a real 86. And also, the basketball over here isn't 100% correct under the loop. So you'd have to take a look at it a little bit closer. It's kind of hard to show in the video, but take a look at how close this is to a real one. There's quick difference for you guys to know is the back. The color on here for the red is slightly off. You guys can kind of tell. It's very, very close. You need to be really, really careful. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what you're looking for, just buy a slab Jordan. Don't go buy raw. The fakes are just getting way too good. I'm here with the Wax Museum podcast. We've been talking for the last 20 or 30 minutes or so about RPAs and how people are now swapping out the patches on cards. You can tell a little bit with the autographs and serial numbers, but I really want to talk to you a little bit more about it so people can be a little informed.
Yeah, hey, thanks for chatting with me, Ryan. Yeah, it's kind of wild. They've actually been doing it for a number of years now, and some of them, will never be uncovered if we don't have original pictures, and some of them I'm just now getting to, or people have kept pictures on file personally, or they have their old break pictures, and those are getting out there, and then we can kind of match them up whenever they surface.
And that is it for the Pop Cut Card Show. Next week's video, I'm going to be flying up to Philly. I'm super excited for that show because there's a ton of vintage, and I'll catch you there.